welcome. I hope you can hear me. This is another live stream lesson with me, Stu Fuchs, and this channel, Ukulele Zen. How you doing out there? I see there's almost 100 people in the room already. This is great. Please say hello in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Make sure you got your internet settings set and away and your audio turned up so you can hear me. But let me know how's it going. I see Walter is here from Austria. How you doing, Walter? Michelle is here from Oregon. Got Jimu in the house from New Zealand, yes. Got some folks from Latin America. Hola, mis amigos. Es un placer servirte con mi música. All right, everything's good according to Walter. Hi, Kevin. All right, ragtime fingerpicking. Cool. Yeah, so welcome, everybody. We're going to say hi to everybody in the chat, and then we're going to begin with pentatonic scales. We're going to talk a lot about soloing, about using your fingers and a pick to make the ukulele strings really sing. Now, don't worry if you don't have a pick. I'll tell you about how you can make one out of household items, and also about a really special pick that I've been loving for a while now. Wanted just to say hi to a few more people and make sure you can hear me and see me. Thanks so much for joining me again. If you're new to this channel, my name is Stu. This is Ukulele Zen. I've been touring as a ukulele artist for a number of years. I've recorded a couple of CDs. Before my life as a ukulele teacher, I was playing a little bit of uke on the side, but I was mostly playing gypsy jazz with my band Babik. And I've also toured the world with all of these groups, and also an artist named Sanatam Kaur, recorded on this record with her, which was nominated for a Grammy. That's my wife, Sarah, right there in the upright bass. And we had a wonderful time touring the world, presenting meditation music around the world. And right now, I'm so glad that you're joining me for this live stream ukulele lesson. If you're watching this as a replay, there will be timestamps in the description below. Let's say hi to some folks. Hey, we got some folks from Frankfurt, Germany. Hello, we got Patricia from Elk Grove, California. How you doing? Tim from Italia, good to have you here. And Clara is coming all the way from Dorset in the UK. Southampton, UK, Chris Martin is here. And we got some folks from Nova Scotia. Hello. I was just in Nova Scotia last year for the Ukulele Kele, which is a wonderful festival. Happens every other year out there in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Thank you all for being here. We're going to jump right into the lesson. While we're saying hi, take a moment to check your tuning. I'm going to be showing you what I intend to show you on a low G and a high G ukulele. I got one of those right here. I'm going to start on the low G for now, and then I will, of course, demonstrate things on the high G. My intention with this lesson is to show you scales, and if you haven't already, check the video description below, because there is a printable version of everything's backwards. Printable version of the song sheet right here. It's not really a song sheet, it's the lesson notes, but we're going to go through the major pentatonic and the minor pentatonic. This page, it doesn't seem like there's that much to it. It's a bunch of dots. This is actually years and years of study. If you wish to go deep into this, what I've shown you on this page will take more than one lesson to go through, but I'm going to show you as quickly and as clearly as I can so you can get into some improvisation and start to use these fantastic scales known as the pentatonic scale. All right? So let me know in the chat how you're doing and if you're ready to start. If you haven't already, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Just click the thumbs up button down below. And if you'd like to join our community, please click the subscribe button. Ring the notification bell too, so you'll be kept in the loop of every time I put up a video. I hope everything is well on your end of the line and you're staying healthy, staying safe. I appreciate you spending some time with me. We'll take a sip of water and then we're going to begin. Let me say hi to a few more folks in the chat. Walter is ready to go. No surprise there, Walter. You are an enthusiastic jammer. All right, we have some folks from Brazil here. Ranieri, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Oh, Las Vegas, I bet it's hot. Peter over in Massachusetts. Hey, we're neighbors. I'm up here in Vermont. So thank you so much for joining me. How about we just jump right into the lesson? And we're going to spend about an hour diving into this, and I intend to show you more in future live streams. Not just on this topic, but I have a lot of Bob Marley songs I've been working on, nice transcriptions of, and a whole lot of other topics. Let's just jump right in, okay? When we take a look at the pentatonic scale, it's important to just spend a moment on the structure, okay? The structure of a pentatonic scale, well, first of all, we should say that there are many different kinds of pentatonic scale. A pentatonic scale has 5 notes in it. And if you look at the top of this handout that's right here on the screen, you'll see the C major pentatonic scale has 5 notes. They are the first, second, third, fifth, and the 6th note of a major scale. So that means if we were playing the C major scale, a 7-note scale, sounds like this. Right, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We're going to play only the first, only the second, only the third. Then we skip the 4th note. We go right to the 5th note. We play the 6th note. We leave out the 7th note. And we play the root again. So that gives us 5 notes. This major pentatonic scale is a sound that you hear all over not only jazz, blues, rock music, country music, but it's really a scale that's much older. It's a scale that comes from Africa and Asia. It's an ancient scale. And there are many other pentatonic scales from China, from Japan, from Southeast Asia. Fascinating and intriguing sounds from all over the world. Now, they made their way into American music, but I want you to know that if you really want to get into the full spectrum of what the major pentatonic scale is, I highly recommend you check out some traditional Chinese music. Beautiful, beautiful music, traditional Japanese music, music from Malaysia, from Bali, and get the sounds, get the world sounds of this scale in your ear. It's really a beautiful sound. What I'd like to do now is to take you through the scale, and then we're going to come back to this diagram. There's a lot of information on it, so let's just start by playing the first note of the scale, open C string, okay? Play that open C string with me. And that is going to be right here. Okay, it's the open C string. And you can see that I have made it a filled in dot, okay, a black dot because it's a root note. The second note is going to be at the 2nd fret. And play it with your middle finger. I know the light's a little bright. I'm going to move it in a moment. The 3rd note is your open E string. Okay, so play that note. Good. We're going to play the next note, which is the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Play that with your ring finger. When you play it, I recommend you not hold a marker. You know, just have your hand free. The next note is the open A string. And then we have the root again, which will be colored in, okay? And there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, and then we return to the root, okay? Play these notes with me. Let me turn this light off and change the lighting situation in here a little bit, so it's a little cleaner for you to see. All right. How's that? That's a little clearer. All right. first step is just to play the notes. Let's just get to know the notes. If you look at the song sheet, you see that we're just dealing with that first position. Open, second note is at the 2nd fret. Third note, open string. Fourth note is the 3rd fret. Then the 5th note. And then we're back to our root. Now play it backwards. We're going to play the root, then the open A string, then the 3rd fret, then the open, then the 2nd fret, and then the open string. I'm not including the 4th string in this diagram, right? I'm not including this string because some of us are playing a high G. And let's just keep it at 3 strings from now. Okay, here we go. Tim, glad you could stay for as long as you did. Come and watch it as a replay. Here we go, 5 notes with me, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open and 2nd and open. 3rd, open, 3rd fret. And let's pause. Let's go backwards now. 3rd, thank you, Laura. Open, 3rd fret, open, 2nd fret, open. We're going to do this several more times. Let's get to know the pattern. There's an open string. Come on, play it with me. Open, 2nd fret. Now another open, 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret. And now it's going to be the other way. 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret, open, 2nd fret, and open. Hey, Betty. Good to have you here. Now, let's take a look at what this sounds like over a drone. In the background, you probably hear a C. We want to listen to each note as it lives on top of the drone. Each note will have a different harmonic tendency, okay? It'll have a different color. Once again, the notes are the 1st note, the 2nd note, the 3rd note, then the 5th of the scale, then the 6th of the scale, and then we go back to the root. Each one of these notes has a specific feel. Let's first just get some flexibility on playing this scale. Okay, here we go. Let's play half notes, okay? 2 beats each note. 1, 2, 1, 2. We play C for 2, D for 2, open E for 2, 3rd fret G for 2, A, open, 2, C. Now repeat. C, go down, open, 3rd fret, open, 2nd fret, open. Good. Let me know in the chat how this is going if you're following along. You know, normally when I teach workshops, we're obviously in the same room. I can read how you're doing. I can offer some suggestions to making it easier. I want to make sure that you are following me and that you're enjoying yourself. The next step would be to play 1 beat for each note, and that would go like this. 1, 2, 3, let's play. Open, 2, open, 3, open, 3, then 3, open, 3, open, 3, open. Good. Now, can you feel a steady pulse to your playing? If you've already played this and you feel that it feels easy, that's good. What I would suggest is that you take that as an opportunity to soften the hand and pay attention to how relaxed can you make your hand as you play. And now let's try playing twice as fast as what we just played. We're going to play eighth notes, okay? So it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and wait. Da dum bum 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 bum. Good. You may like to look at your thumb if it's picking with your thumb to make sure that your thumb is playing the same exact speed as you're moving your fingers. Ready? 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yes, so we're allowing the last note to ring a little longer. Now this time let's just keep on going, okay? We'll just keep going up and down and seeing how it lines up. 1, 2, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, dun 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 dun. Good. Let's do that again, okay? Hi Chris, glad you're here. All my best to everybody in the villages. We are doing great, thank you. Hope you're all doing well too. 1, 2, and here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and bum 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 bum. I recommend you try to sing it as well. Just bum 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 or la 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 la. Just try to match the pitch as best you can with your voice. Okay? So you're singing and playing at the same time. 1 and 2 and here we go. La 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 la. Let's do it again. We'll play the top note twice. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, bum 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 again. Bum 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 bum. Very nice, very nice. Now what I'd like to do is we're going to expand this a little bit. We're going to add a few notes to increase the range of the scale. All right. Now, if we look at this diagram, you can see that this first zone that we were playing in, okay, I've moved it over so you can see that we're just right here in this first zone, and there are some additional notes. The second fret of the fourth string, second fret of and then the open string. There are additional notes in this next position. So let's take a look at those right now. Take a look at this second position, and here's how we'll do this. You're going to play open. This time, play the second note with your index finger. Okay? So let's do that again. Open string, then the second note with your index finger. Now drop the ring finger on the fourth fret. That note is an E, same note as your open E string. Play those three notes again. This is Do, Re, Mi. Hello, Pirate Jenny, glad you're here. Open, second fret, fourth fret, yes. We're moving slowly because I want you to get it, and slow is the best way to go anyway. The next notes, we're going to move to the second string, but our first finger moves to the third fret. That's the same note that we played previously with our ring finger, but in this position we're playing it with our index finger. Then we drop the ring finger on the fifth fret, and now the first finger plays that root. We can go further. This fifth fret, and then 7th fret. And when you get up to there to the 7th fret, you can strum all the strings. Let's play the whole scale. I'll talk you through it as clearly as I can. What we're doing is we're combining this first position with another position, so now our scale is not just locked into one area, but we're playing horizontally. Okay, we're playing up the neck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open, 2nd fret, 4th fret. Now next string, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. What we're doing here is we're just sounding out the vocabulary. And Charlie, I understand what you're getting at. Just follow along with my fingers. Now the 4th fret, 2nd fret, open. I hope you can hear the drone in the background. I'm trying to turn it up as loud as I can. There's a constant O, a constant C note, so we can play against it. Now we are just going to practice this a few more minutes, maybe one more minute, and then we're just going to get into starting to make some music with this, beginning to improvise. I'm going to give you some simple concepts for improvisation that you can get into today. All right, thank you for joining me. If you're enjoying this so far, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you being here so very much. The scale can be played in two ways. There is the first way of just being in one position. Let's practice that again. Just open, 2, open, 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret. 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret, open, 2nd fret, open. And you can also go below it, especially if you have a low G. 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, open. Just learning a scale without you being in the same room, how do I know if you're getting this? I'm going to trust that you are, and that's why I'm going slowly. All right, the second way is to include these other notes. So you have an open. Just follow my ukulele. Ready? Let's begin together. 3rd string open. Here we go. Open. Now 1st finger, 2nd fret. 3rd finger at the 4th fret. 1st finger at the 5th fret. 5th fret. 3rd fret. 5th fret. 7th fret. Strum. Now let's go backwards. 7th fret. 5th fret. 3rd fret. 5th fret, next string down. 3rd fret. 4th fret. 2nd fret, and open. You've heard me say in my videos many times, if you can say it, you can play it. So just say it out loud, and you'll memorize it much quicker. Let's practice this just one more time, and then I'm going to give you some concepts for improvisation. Are you ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, say it with me. Open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, next string. 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. And let's go down. 7th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret. Now 4th fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret, open. In a moment I'm going to show you a bit. Just listen for 1 sec. Give me a 20-second improvisation. Here I go. was I took the notes of the scale and I began to speak out some phrases. Improvisation is a lot like speaking. We don't really know what we're going to say. Well, we do have an idea. But when we're speaking, we're drawing upon vocabulary, a language that we've practiced for a long time. And right now, with what we're doing here in this worksheet, is beginning to get the language of the scale into our fingers. And it can take a little time. And in a moment, I'm going to just show you a very simple concept for beginning to improvise. You can begin with just a couple of notes of the scale, 2 and 3 notes. You can make a fantastic melody with just a few notes. So, let's get into this. I wanted to let you know real quick, how are you doing? I want to say hello to a few new people who just showed up and let you know before we get into the improvisation that if you'd like to support this, and you're getting some value out of this lesson so far, I have a bunch more to share with you. I do these live streams every Sunday. And if you'd like to support, there's some links in the description below. You can offer a donation. I would so appreciate that. There's also some discount codes in my online stores. And of course, if you'd like to join our community at Patreon, that's another way that you could support. At my Patreon page, there's all kinds of extra bonus material, depending on the level of membership that you have, all kinds of cool stuff there for you. So please check the links below. I really appreciate you being here, and if you can support with a membership or a donation, I so appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. So let's get into this, okay? Playing scales and learning to improvise takes some time, You know who's a master improviser? This guy right here. He's his master. He's always improvising. He's so in the moment. We know that babies are in the moment. And little Rowan just expresses himself freely. That's what we hope to accomplish when playing improvised music. Of course, there's a lot of intellectual knowledge of understanding what scale step and what position you're playing in, but let's just keep it very simple, okay? I'd like to share with you a very easy way to improvise. Yeah, he is getting big. Thank you. 5 months. 5 months old. A very easy way to improvise is the game of sound and silence. Say that with me. It's so simple, but say it. Sound and silence. Okay? You're going to make a sound, and then you're going to add some silence. We don't have to fill up the space all the time. Just like there was a pause in my speech right there, right? So we want to punctuate our ideas with a little bit of silence. Second concept is to play with rhythm, okay? To speak out the instrument. So let's take a moment now and just familiarize yourself with the scale. How about we just stay in this position unless you're comfortable with the other one. If you'd like to, of course, you can include the other one we played. Okay. This is one position here. This was another position here. Ultimately, it's all just one scale, but it helps to break the neck into different positions, and that's what this does, okay? There's a lot of information on this page, okay? Sound and silence. Take one note. How about we take the open C string, and I'm going to take the note G right here. Now, in a moment, you're going to choose your own notes, okay? But for right now, let me just guide you through this with open and the 3rd fret, which sounds like Star Wars, give me them Star Wars. No, but that is a perfect 5th. That's the 1st and the 5th. That's the interval that we're playing. And I want you to see how many different ways you can play those notes. You could stay on the 1st note a few times and then move to the other note. Listen to my example for a moment and then try it. Listen, here I go. So I played with rhythm. Bop, bop, ba-da-da-da, bop, bop, ba-ba-dum. Right. You could start on the high note. So right now, it's kind of thrilling because I don't know what you're playing. I can only imagine. I'd like you to take these two notes and just for 30 seconds, I'll tell you when to end. I'll tell you to release. I want you just to play with these two notes and see how many different ways you can combine these two notes. Staying on one for a while, moving on to the next, going back and forth. Okay, you get my idea. Are you ready? We'll do this to a steady pulse. Make your rhythms, and I'll be playing with you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Keep going. Five more seconds. Give it all you got. Bravo, everybody. Ba-ba black sheep. Yes, you're right, Pete. Ba-ba black sheep. Now, let's use some other notes and some other concepts. Did you notice how at the end I slid into the note? So I'm just sliding from any place above the note. It doesn't really matter where you go from now, for now. Play the note and then have your eye on the target. And this is a way to decorate each note. Sliding is a great way to also train your hand to be stronger and more flexible. And then relax. I know for a lot of folks who may have been playing for years, this may seem incredibly simple. Yes, it is, because it's simple, but there's always more to explore. And I want you to have a sensation that you're in control, rather than doing something out of control. Have some command over your instrument. Okay. You could also slide up and down. If your finger starts to hurt, just have some ice water nearby. Now, let's use a few more concepts. I'd like you to this time use any note from these two positions. And what we'll do is we're going to play a phrase and then you're going to sing back what you played. So you're going to be playing a duet with yourself. Let me say that again. You're going to be playing something and then singing it back. Here's an example. And then I'd sing. Da, da, do, da, da, da. And the game is to try to match what you played with your voice exactly. So if you go like this, you would sing, and just get playful with it. Don't think about it. Feel. Just feel. All right? We're going to play in a moment. I'm going to play a little rhythm part, and I'd like you to improvise. You're going to play just a few notes and then sing back what you played. All right? Without you being in the same room as me, without me being in the same room as you, it's a big mystery. So let's just do this together. Are you ready? Let's do it. Thanks for hanging with me. Play a few notes, sing them back. 1, 2, get ready. 1, 2, 3, go. You just play the notes, sing them back. I'll play the chords for you. Was that fun for you? Let me know in the chat. Just hit a letter K or write yes or whatever you like. Put an emoji in there. Let me know if you're with me, because we're about to take off and go even deeper. When you play this game of playing a duet with yourself, you become one with the instrument. You know, you really are paying attention. Now, let's try another game. I was starting to do it there, where you're going to play and sing at the same time. This is so fun that you may like to put a timer on because you'll be late for your meeting. Put a timer on your phone and just 5 minutes, just play these games. You're going to be having a creative time and you're going to memorize these scales that we're talking about. Okay? You don't have to play a lot of different notes. So here we go. I'm going to sing and play at the same time. Keep it very simple at first. Very simple. Try to have your voice and your instrument be one. Are you ready? Here we go. I'll put the drone back on too. That'll be nice. 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3, go. Da, da, da. Do, do, do. Do, do. Keep going. Let's release for 1 sec. I know this is quite a lot. First, we just learned the scale. And another way to play it. And there's all the different positions. And now we're getting creative with the way we practice. So, play a little something and sing it back. See if you can do it twice in a row. This will improve your musical memory too. You know, because you have to remember what you just played. Try to do it twice. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but something close. And then for the third time, do something totally different. So this is the third improv game. I'm going to write them all out here so you remember. The third improv game is what I call AAB. You play something, you do it again, close as you can, make it almost exactly the same if you can. It doesn't have to be. And then the third thing, you just do something different. Let me give you a few examples. I'm keeping these simple. I'm not trying to show off. I just want to keep them simple so you get the concept. Is that all right? Let's do this. AAB. Here's the idea. Again. Something different. So now I have a structure to play with. Here's another idea. AAB. Different. And maybe you can hear that there's a little pulse in my playing. This is wonderful to do with a metronome or a drum track so you can have a special way to play. Now, this is a little bit different than just noodling around on your instrument. Noodling is great. It's a way to explore. But for me, the word noodling seems to mean directionless. So this gives your improvisation now some direction. Okay? You have a structure to follow. A very simple structure, something that's open. Hey, Kate. Good to see you here. a system. It's a structure that gives your improvisation a little bit of structure. Okay, so you do something, you try to copy it, do something different, and just do this again and again and again. All right, you can do this with any scale. Like I could use the D minor scale. So I did something, I repeated it, and then I finished the story. Let me know in the chat if you're getting this, okay? Because I'm going to write it out and I'm going to answer some questions. I imagine there are some questions, and I would love to hear from you in the chat. So let me know what questions you want me to answer. And while you're thinking about what you want to ask me, just remember there are links below if you feel like supporting with a little something. I so appreciate it. It would be wonderful to have you join our community at Patreon. Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. I put up videos each and every week. The first game was you play something and then you sing it. And then you play and sing at the same time. So you become one with your instrument. Okay? The third game was this concept of AAB. I'm keeping the ideas very simple, and that's good. A simple means you're communicating something clearly, right? Better to do something simple with clarity. Later, you can get more complex, learn other scales and all that good stuff. So let's answer some questions about this and everything else you might be wondering about. David Dong wants to know, do I recommend thumb only? No, I don't. But I do use thumb, especially for the slow speeds. I might use two fingers. Classical or flamenco, and I also use picks. These are picks, wooden picks made by a company called Tree Picks. I'm going to be featuring these in some future videos because I think they're fantastic. Normally, plastic guitar picks, they make the ukulele sound a little thin. I mean, they're good, they'll work just fine, but these wooden picks by Tree Picks are fantastic, and the maker, he's a really sweet guy named Adam from Calgary, Canada. And he's making ukulele size picks, and he's such a sweet guy. And if you want to get one of these, they are more expensive, a little more expensive than a regular guitar pick, but they'll last forever. And they have a wonderful tone. So David, so using a pick is another way to practice. That's a whole nother lesson into itself, but holding it like that. Okay, so you can pick with your thumb, two fingers, or with a pick. Guy Adam was so sweet. He made this when I was in Calgary for the festival. He gave me a whole bunch of these. I didn't ask him to. Anyway, how y'all doing out there? Let's get another question in here. Could I demonstrate AAB again? Absolutely. Huyen, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I will do that. Trey, thank you. Peace and gratitude to you too. Chris, yes. Noodling is not allowed. Well, there's noodling when somebody else is trying to talk. Yeah, that's not good. But the Villages is such a wonderful community. You can do anything there, right? I love the Villages. Miss y'all. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's a community in Florida that I've presented workshops for many, many times, touring around the country and stuff. The first scale again. Yes, absolutely. So let's go through this. And Ruth, thank you. There is so much more I'll share about improvisation. I hope you understand. I'm just keeping it simple. You don't have to know every scale in the world to be a meaningful improviser. Just like speaking your own language, you have phrases, you have expressions, There's so many ways to use it. All right, let's get into this. We wanted to talk about, Hu Yen wanted to see another example of AAB form. I'd love to come back to Buffalo someday, yes. You got it. Yeah, Sharon, I will, you know, this is, in a way, this workshop here we're doing live is a prototype for an online course that'll be in-depth about the major, minor, and an African-style pentatonic scale. And I'll let you know when that's all live, and it's going to have very clear notation. Obviously, this is a quick, handwritten, the kind of thing you would get, you know, if you came to my house for some tea and I showed you this. Now you can apply this same process to the C minor pentatonic scale, learning each position. You know, and the videos series that I'm going to create, this online course, will just take you through each position, a whole lot of patterns. So let me demonstrate, because I want to show you another way to improvise using patterns. So let's get back into it. Let's just make sure we say hi to everybody in the chat. Examples of classic blues riffs. You got it. We'll do that right now. So let's do that and demonstrate AAB at the same time. Are you ready? Drum roll. This is the minor pentatonic scale. Root, 3rd fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret. There is a link in the description below, the video description, where you can click on it and download that piece of paper. It's not a piece of paper, the PDF that I'm showing you. And if I'm stumbling over my words, you know, we have a resident break dancer who dances all night, so pardon my English if it's not so clear. I'm doing the best I can. Here's a classic blues riff. You play da, 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 and then we're going to add an extra note right here in the middle. And I'm going to make that note green. That note is a blue note, even though it's colored green here. And we're going to play this and use this as an example of AAB too. Let's learn the scale. 3rd fret, C, please. 1st fret. Now go down to this 3rd fret. Now we're going to play the 2nd fret. That's the blue note. That's a funky note. Okay. That note adds a lot of color. Let's go back up. You can watch this live stream as a replay anytime to further study. Let's try it again. Ready? Okay. One more time, and then we're going to add the last 2 notes. And here's that classic blues riff, High Hopes Media. 3rd fret, open, and we're back at the root note. This is the C minor pentatonic scale. C minor pentatonic scale. Okay, those are all the positions. C minor pentatonic is made of a 1, a flat 3, a 4, a 5, and a flat 7. Okay? Don't worry about the theory just yet. Let's play it. Just make some music with it. Let's play the same game. We're going to play and sing. Play a few notes and sing them back. Here I go. Here's an example. Da 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 da. Play a few more notes. Ba 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 ba. Now we're going to play and sing at the same time. Let's just jump ahead to the next step. Ba da do do do. Ba da do do do. Ba do do 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 ba 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 ba. Oh yeah. So this is the minor pentatonic blues scale. Both the major and the minor pentatonic are used in bluesy sounds. Both come from ancient Africa, ancient African music traditions, ancient Asian music traditions, both the Indian subcontinent, China, Japan, Thailand, all over Southeast Asia and Oceania. These scales are, it's like human beings, it's in our DNA to feel this scale. I don't know the scientific reasons for that. There are theories. Right now, let's just listen, okay? So here's the whole scale. Ready? Starting on the top note. 2, 3, 4. There's the root note. And you can go lower, especially on a low G. If you're hanging with a baritone ukulele, it's totally cool. You'll just be in the key of G, okay? If you got a baritone uke, you can always plop a capo on your 5th fret. You'll be in the same tuning, okay? Now, AAB with this scale would go something like this. I'm going to play a little something, play it again, approximately again, and then I'm going to do something different. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it again. So now it has a little structure. This is also one of those classic sounds you hear in a lot of blues, like. Would you like me to show you one of those? I'll do it right now. 3, 1, 3. And then the third finger kind of mushes back down. 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3. Take a break. Let's do this together. 3, 1, 3. Look how my thumb is already ready to go to the first string again. So let's play a game. We're going to go faster and faster. We'll start real slow. It's like a train leaving the station. Here we go. Keep it light. Keep breathing. A little faster. So right there is a classic little bit of blues vocabulary. Oh, do, 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 do. That's moving from the root note to the flattened third, the second note of the scale, and then back to the root. I know this is a lot of information, and I know that this lesson is a little different than getting together and strumming through songs, which we can do and we do in some of my online lessons. This is more of a classroom sort of lesson, so I hope you're digging it. Let's go over that one more time. And I'll give you a secret to making it fast. You go down, down, play this note, and my thumb sweeps through. See, it sweeps through. And eventually, you can go down, up, down. Another trick that rock and roll and blues guitarists use is to pick, pull off, and then pick. So you're getting 3 notes with 2 picks. I made a video for this technique earlier this month, or I think it was just last month, end of June. Pulling off. You can watch that video. It's called Speed Lick for Ukulele. And this is that idea, pulling off. and surcharged, you can also use a pick. Almost out of time. I hope that you are having a good time. You can grow a thumbnail if you wish. I got a few more things to share with you. I wanted to demonstrate a little bit of blues playing so I could show you how these scales work in a song. All right, let me know how you're doing. Thank you, Peter. Hope you're digging it. This is just dipping our toes into a really huge ocean of how to improvise, how to use these scales. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be offering some online courses through Teachable, and it's going to be a whole lot of cool stuff about using a pick, about using improvisation concepts. And if you want to learn about this, just sign my mailing list. You will not be spammed, trust me. I'll just send some announcements every once in a while about what I'm up to and when the courses are ready. So there's a link in the description below. You visit stufuchs.com, and if you sign up, you get a free track from one of my CDs. You'll get a download, okay? A little gift for you. If you'd like to support this channel and what I do, there's a whole lot of perks for you waiting at the Patreon page. If you're a patron, I appreciate you being here so much with your support. If you're not a patron yet, you could check it out. Check out the link and see what perks are there waiting for you. All kinds of extra goodies in patron-only posts, like jam tracks and all the things that are listed right here. So thank you so much. And last but not least, if you're getting something good out of this lesson, you can watch it again and study some more. Make sure you download the song sheet. And if you're really digging it and you'd like to contribute something, I'd of course be very, very grateful for that. There are links below, and also a little bit of a discount code for you at my online store. So check those links in the description below. Thank you so much. And this guy says thank you too. Take a few more questions. Explain AAB again. You guys. So Don David, what I'm doing is I'm playing a phrase. And a phrase is just making a choice to play a few notes. Okay, I played the first two notes of this scale. Boom, 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 boom. Try it. 0, 3, 3, 0. 0, 3, 3, 0. Now, AAB means I do that phrase, that's A. Then I'll repeat it again. When I repeat it, it can be exactly the same thing, exactly, or something a little different. So here it is for the first time. Here's the second time. So it was a little different. And then B, something different. I use these notes from the scale. All these positions are here on this page, and of course will be thoroughly explained in the online courses and future videos like this. We're going to do another live stream on this, and thank you so much for hanging with me. This is much more difficult to teach than just strumming a song together where we have a clear roadmap, right? This is freer. So I hope that you will, as you play this, you'll have a chance to just be creative, be expressive, and more than anything, listen deeply to your own sound and love your sound. Remember the games. Play something and sing it back. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Boom, 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 ba da da. Play and sing at the same time. Boom, boom, ba 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 da. Ba da da ba ba da ba 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 boom 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 ba. And eventually, when you know the scale well enough and you can hear it, da 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 da, you sing something, and you can create it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba da. Ba-da, ma-da, 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 ma-da. You get my idea, okay? Putting our toes into the vast ocean of improvisation. There's so much to share about this. Listen deeply to each note. Don't concern yourself with learning the entire scale position just yet. Just get one of these positions down and start to use these games, okay? And I hope you have fun with this. Thank you so much. We're going to land the plane pretty soon. A few more questions. Hooray. Thank you for that. And yes, sliding notes. You can absolutely add so much expression to all of this. Tougher than strumming and tougher to be taught than taught strumming. Yes. So one note at a time. Just play one note at a time, which not only helps you to focus and be present, but it will train your hand just by taking one note at a time. Remember, drop by drop, the bucket gets filled. So just take all these games, all these scales, just learn one little drop at a time. Your bucket will be filled. It will. Yeah, thank you, you noob. You got it. You got it. Hey, can I play y'all a song before we leave? How's it going out on your end of the line? Everybody staying healthy? Wishing you well. I wanted to play a song that, to be honest with you, I haven't played this in a long time. And this is another improvisation concept, is to be less attached to the way you sound. And the funny thing about improvisation and performance is that the less attached we are, the better it turns out. Just let it happen. So I'm going to play a song that's on my CD, Stu Fuchs. I think my friend Kate is still in the room here. She was chatting. She's in the chat room. She took these beautiful pictures. See, there's a ukulele being tossed in the room, tossed in the air. And this song is called Iwao's Blues. Great ukulele player from Japan, Iwao Yamaguchi. He's an amazing cat. And then I'm going to play a little bit of blues for you afterwards. So thanks for being here. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to, please, I would appreciate if you made a donation. There are links below. Really appreciate you being here. Joseph McCullough, those are great ideas. Yes. Yes, and actually I'm going to be covering a lot of that in the online courses that I'll be leading on this and other subjects. How to know the entire scale over the neck so you're more fluid with it. Yeah, the link for tree picks, it's not in the description, but it's right here, treepicks.com. Check out what they have to offer. And I'm just sharing this with you. I don't get any money for letting you know this. I'm just letting you know that this is a product that I really believe in. The tree picks, they sound great. He's just come out with one that's a little smaller for a ukulele, and they come in different woods, and each wood has a slightly different tone because some woods are harder than others. Check out treepicks.com. Just my friend Adam in Calgary. He's a great dude, so support him if you want to get a tree pick. They're worth it. You won't lose a pick that you spend a little more money on. If you want to make a cheap pick, just take an old plastic bottle, like a shampoo bottle, and cut it out, and you can quickly make a pick. So in a pinch, you can make a pick that way. That's what we used to do in the old days. Okay, when couldn't get to the music store in the middle of the night, you just make a pick out of a shampoo bottle. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sweet, Trey. Cool. Tell him Stu sent you, and thank you so much. Tree picks are awesome, and I'll be demonstrating them more, as well as how to use them well. How about I play a tune for you before we're done here? happy July. I hope you're having a good summer. Here's a little bit of Ewow's Blues. She said she'd always love me. She said she'd be true. She said she'd never leave me, no matter what I do. But it's me or you. I thought I heard her say, if you don't quit that strumming, you're gonna be lonely someday. Down to the tavern, think about what she said. I love this ukulele, but she's so good in it's me or you. I thought I heard her say, well, if you don't quit that strumming, you're gonna be lonely someday. God, I found a woman, she thinks the uke's so cute. Now I'm working overtime, strumming in my birthday suit. Well, it's me or you. I thought I heard her say, whoa, yeah, if you don't quit that strumming, you're gonna be lonely someday. And there you have it, a little Me or Uke Blues. That's a tune written by my good friend Lil Rev. It's on my CD. I recorded it with my honey Sarah on bass, my wife Sarah on bass, and a drummer. Before that was a little Ewow's Blues. So you can check that out at my website if you want to pick up the CD. It's right there. In fact, there is a discount code in my description below if you want to pick it up and get 15% off. So thank you so much. Lil Rev is the man. You got to check out Lil Rev. Thank you so much for hanging here, and I appreciate you hanging with me. Improvisation, I'll end with this. Improvisation is stepping into the unknown, and that's something that sounds pretty to say, but it really is true. When you begin to improvise, just like I didn't know whether I'd even be able to play that song. I haven't played that song in ages, but I just thought, let me do it. If you go into it without being concerned about doing things right or wrong, first of all, it always works out. It does. Second of all, you'll be amazed at the surprises that will come your way. And two, it makes you have to listen more closely. The trick is, can we listen deeply in a relaxed way? And that's what playing scales slowly, wah, 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 singing them back, makes us listen deeply. It relaxes us. It gives our body and our brain and our spirit a signal that everything is fine. That you are just fine the way you are. So there's a lot of nourishment that comes from improvising and from playing these fun games. And I have many more that we'll share, but just hang with these ones. And I hope they serve you well, okay? Thank you so much. I will be offering more live streams in the future. Be sure to check out the links below if you want to support with a donation. Join the community at Patreon. The ukulele lesson is ending, but I'm just going to do something for another 3 to 5 minutes max to give us an experience of listening deeply. Let's just have a simple meditation. So if you've finished, that's fine. Namaste. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for hanging. Be sure to check the links below. But if you'd like to stick around just for another minute, I'd like to just very brief meditation. And what it is listening to this bowl. Okay? I'm going to ring this bowl 3 times. And the only thing you do is just sit, breathe, give all your attention to your breath. In, out, and just keep listening. And this is the way you listen when you're playing one note at a time. One note at a time is just like listening to a bowl. So let's take this opportunity to end in a calm way, in a way that nourishes us. Let's just breathe, settle. When we listen deeply, we return home to the present moment. Thank you so much for being here. After the bell rings 3 times, we'll be silent, and then we will end. Thank you for being here. Wish you well, and wish you and your families all the best. Thank you. Just listen deeply. Bring all your concentration to your breath. Now, go play your ukulele. Treat each note like a singing bowl. Spaciously improvise. Have fun. Wishing you and your families all the best, all blessings. Thank you for being with me. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks so much. Peace and love.